Alright, so the last video I said that I might do some more coding videos because people seem to like that, so here it is. This was, here I'll just show you, but this was the source code to the program that does like the thing that I made. I'm just gonna walk through it. So this first part here, this is the main function where the program starts. I set a structure up here that has two values, the next one and my value, that's gonna hold the screen size that I want. And then I try to get the center coordinate for that. So like the way that I coded it to work is that the top left corner is 0, 0, and the bottom right corner is, like, in this case, 22, 22. So 22 across, 22 down, and center coord should be 11, 11. And so I also made this screen class that does quite a bit actually, but the most important part is that it draws something to the screen. This bit up here just sends the cursor to the top of the screen. So now it iterates through a buffer that holds the character values to print. There's also another set of buffers here that hold the color values. That's how it becomes like red. So I just adds that stuff to the buffer, then print it out, and then I clear the buffer later, because if I don't, then it's gonna grow in memory really fast. I set it to run at 60 frames per second. This is just kind of like a basic loop that it goes forever and updates the time, and then if the time for the update rate exceeds the update time that I set, which is 60 frames per second, sorry. So if it exceeds that, it then updates it and then resets the timer down to 0. So that it only updates once every 60th of a second. Don't worry about this for now, I'll come back to this later. So after update tick happens, I increase the frame counter, and the time for after the update tick happens, I increase the value, which gets used later, you'll see, and then reset the value back to 0. And then the same thing for this if statement here, which is for the frame drawings. And then right here is where it calls the screen function that actually printed out. And now this is where like most of the cool stuff happens. Inside the frame for every pixel I can change, I get the coordinates, the distance from the center of the screen. So like remember that up here, the 11, 11, I get the distance of that screen coordinate from the center of the screen, and then I take the distance from that point from the center. Then I run it through the cosine function. This value up here updates every so often, and that creates the scrolling effect. And then this 3 here, that's a scaling factor on the cosine function that changes the amount the amount of red you get, but it's the same pattern, just bigger. And then over here, I have another function that's set map brightness. That's where you get all the ASCII values. That right here, you see how it's like oscillating from red to black, red to black. That's because the map brightness function gives the brightness value to a ASCII character that goes from like nothing there to the most pixels you can have. So the brightest value is the one where there's the most stuff. The darkest value is the one where there's the least stuff. So yeah, that's how that ASCII stuff works. And then if I wanted to, I could change it to like green. So that's just basically the main stuff here. I'll go through the basic stuff of the screen. So up here, I also set, there's also a border that you can toggle on and off, and then that's what these hash marks are for. Like, I'll show you how it looks without it. But yeah, you see how like the white border's gone? That's what that does. Oh yeah, this is the map brightness. So you see you can go from like the @ sign that from here to a white space character. Now this only works when the console is a monospace font, meaning that each character takes the same distance across. If it doesn't, then each line would be like constantly changing its length. But yeah, that's basically all of it. Thanks for watching. Bye.